Maddie, our fitness here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about 5 mistakes I made in my fitness journey. I've made plenty, but these are the 5 worst ones, and I'm pretty sure you've either done the same or are making the same mistakes. These mistakes not only limited me in my journey to gaining muscle, losing weight, but it also kind of hindered my mental health and my happiness. And I know a lot of us use fitness as a way to look better, but we should also feel better in the process. The first one, this is probably one that I regret the most, but I didn't do any strength training because I was scared of getting bulky. Yeah, I'm embarrassed. I never lifted a weight. I would do a ton of cardio. I'm talking like I used to run over a marathon a week. I was obsessed with doing cardio and not lifting weight because I thought I'd get that toned physique that I wanted just from doing cardio. And realistically, that's not how it works. Yes, you will lose weight if you're doing a ton of cardio, but that won't get you a toned physique. The word toned kind of pisses me off anyway, but I wasn't gonna get any muscle just from running and doing cardio or doing HIIT classes. It doesn't get you results. I mean, you're gonna lose weight, of course, but it's not gonna get you defined muscles at all, which is obviously what the word toned means. So I didn't lift weights until about 2 years ago. I was just terrified of it. I was even terrified of the weight section of a gym. And it was like the biggest mistake. I think the minute I started lifting was the minute I started seeing changes in my body that I was actually happy about and actually made me mentally happy. I was so physically exhausted doing cardio all the time. So I would definitely recommend starting to do strength training if you haven't already. The second thing that I was doing, which was a huge mistake, is I was really restricting myself. I wasn't eating much food at all at one point. I did what everyone did. I went online and did a calorie counter and was like, how many calories should I be eating in a day? And I think at one point I was eating as low as 1,300, which is just like ridiculous. I am quite short, I'm like 5'3", but 1,300 calories a day, plus I was doing a ton of cardio. I'm surprised I even like made it through a day. I should have been passing out. It was so stupid. I wouldn't recommend anyone restricting themselves that much. Of course, people want to be in a calorie deficit. You want to lose weight, you want to get your body fat percentage down, but restricting yourself that much is stupid because it's going to get to a point where you binge. If you're in such a huge deficit all week, and then it comes to the weekend and you have this idea of like, I'm gonna have one cheat meal, you will have a ridiculous amount of food to a point where you won't actually end up losing the weight that you wanted. You just put it all back on. So you have to find like that middle point, the point where you are in a deficit, you are losing weight, however, you are not restricting yourself so much that you are literally like gagging for a bit of chocolate cake 24/7. The third thing that I did wrong, and I spoke about this in a previous video, I used to train abs every day. So I'd do stupid cardio 24/7 and then I would do abs. I was so obsessed with having a defined 6-pack look. I wanted to look like I had really good abs, but I was just going at it 24/7. Like I spoke about in my other video, you have abs, yes, but you don't need to train them every single day. A lot of the time it's down to your genetics. And yeah, watch that video in full if you want to learn more about that. The fourth thing that I did wrong, I didn't actually track my calories. I went through a phase where I tracked them, and that's when I was on a lot less. Then I went through a phase where I stopped tracking them and I was like, you know what? I know about food. I know how many calories are in things. I'm just gonna eat and let my body understand and feel it itself. Like, your body can't just eat a food and be like, 300 calories in that. Like, your body cannot read that. So I ended up actually eating way too much and being in a surplus because I didn't actually know how many calories were in things. So I didn't track, and then I was putting on weight and I was really confused why, and I thought it was because I wasn't doing enough cardio. Like, it was just nuts. So I would definitely recommend using an app like MyFitnessPal. However, I do know that apps like this can be quite triggering for people. So people that have maybe issues with food, have eating disorders and so on, apps like that can really be difficult because you are literally beating yourself up about numbers. So what I used to do is I would do 1 week on, 1 week off, where I would track my calories and then I'd eat similar meals the week after, so I knew that it was gonna have the same amount of calories. But I have quite a healthy relationship with food. I'm very thankful to have quite a strong mental health, so I don't really have issues with calorie counting and things, so I do use MyFitnessPal every single day. I quite enjoy doing it. So if that's for you, go for it. If it's not, maybe try the method of doing 1 week on, 1 week off, or just understanding food a bit better, and then you don't need to use it. But to be honest, like, my memory is awful. So if you told me there was like X amount of calories in something, 2 days later, I would have forgotten and I would have eaten it anyway. Number 5, I wasn't sleeping great. So I have a job which requires a lot of my time and focus and energy. I have a partner, I have my family, I've got stresses of bills like everyone does. So I just wasn't sleeping well, and I was pushing my body to its limit with cardio, strength training, cooking meals that I knew had a good amount of calories in, and I was just knackered. I was sleeping like 6 hours max sometimes. Everyone's body is different. Some people can actually get on with life very easily with only 7 hours of sleep. I myself need a good 8. Sleep does help with muscle growth, muscle recovery. So yeah, get that sleep. It's gonna help you with recovery, but it's also gonna help you with feeling better and feeling like you're more energized for your next workout, as well as just making you feel better mentally. When you're tired, you're not in a great headspace. If you've got any mistakes that you think other people should hear about, make sure to put them below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you in the next one.